Alright, so I wanted to go ahead and record this video as a sort of educational learning type recording. What happened in this game is I'm sitting in my alt, King Bobby B. I just came back to try and play a game. After the tournament ended, I kind of got a little bit of an itch, I guess, to just play a game of Secret Hitler and record it and put it on YouTube. And of course, the first game I play, something crazy happens, and something crazy will happen, and that's why I'm recording this sort of voiceover commentary of the video instead of just uploading the live commentary. However, the live commentary is preserved, so I thought I'd go ahead and record that too and let that run so that can be preserved on YouTube as well. And I will simply pause the video whenever I feel like interjecting with important information. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start the video. Alright, shoot, let's record a game of Secret Hitler. Why the heck not? I haven't played in a while. We've got Fascist in 1, 2, 4 lines. Hopefully my Fascists don't throw. Always in there with the good luck, have fun. This is my alt. Just playing a green game, why not? Haven't played in ages. Without me noticing. Oh, Brucey's up to orange. Congrats, Brucey. I'll probably ping Brucey afterwards. Let him know I recorded this. See if he played red. Okay, so one played a blue. Technically, we should be nining. I should have 9-1-5, but whatever. I don't want to go crazy in a green room. Watch 3-7 pass, even though it's supposed to be 5-1. Okay. So, Fascist playing blues. I like it. I like it. I have no problem with that at all. I'm gonna yaw myself. Am I gonna pick 5? Nah. Overclaim at least. Oh yeah, yaw myself. Alright, so just now that the first two govs have played, I thought I'd interject a little bit. So you can see it's 1, 2, 4 lines, and both my fascists have decided to play blues, and that's fine. That's totally normal. Both are red, red, blue presidents. Nothing crazy there. I give a little line, like enough signaling. I see 5 kind of... I didn't know at the time, but 5 is Desi. They played for Jeb's team in the last, in the 4th Secret Hitler tournament. So really good player, really good person. I really enjoyed watching them play in the tournament. So they're a really good player. That's really good because it caught me by surprise a little bit. And so, but I give this little line enough signaling because I see this stuff, and, and then immediately the 156 comes out. I think I'll react to that in the video too. But yeah, I just thought I'd give a little update real quick. Let's go ahead and continue. I'm loving it. I don't know who this guy is, but I like him. I'll give him a little XD. Why not? Why is 2 listening to my signals? Uh-oh. 2 is Hitler. Uh-oh. 1-5 just comped. So now we yaw 6. Hopefully it plays a blue, and 2 will just... 2 will end me liberal. Right, red, conf. Oh man, 6 gonna aim 2 fascist. We go 7-3, 3-4. And I have to conflict and hope this guy loses. Alright, so as you saw there, like 6-2 is going to conf, of course. There's a bit of a lag here in the game where not only I'm lagging, but I think it's just server-side lag because everybody lags a little bit, and then people are asking 6 for their claim, and I'm like, if you don't read this and think, oh, he's going to claim fascist, then I don't know what to tell you, but at this point I have a decision as fascist. So I'm the last fascist that isn't in conflict, and I have to figure out if I'm going to conflict 3-4 or 4-7, because obviously 7-3 cannot conflict. The best play for me would be is if 7 gets RRR. That would be great. That's probably not going to happen given the fact that it's currently a 3 blue deck. So more likely than not, 7 is going to get RBB in 7-3. And so then I'm going to have to make a decision. If 3 gets red, 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 it's really difficult for me to get SC'd over 7 if they get red, blue, blue, or even RRB especially. Actually, no. Against RRB, I might be able to convince 3 to SC me on the basis that 7 could have dropped, right, in the 4 blue deck. Even though it's more likely that 6 dropped and the 7 is still blue president in that situation. In which case, there shouldn't be a preference in 4-7. The only other way I could win the 4-7 SC decision is just by out-chatting 7, which I'm perfectly capable of doing. But, you know, you have to make plans, right? Like, so if 3 gets the blue, do you play the blue in 3-4? Or do you play a blue, because at that point that'll be the 4th blue, and then conflict on 4-7 and SC3? Or play red, 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 and then SC either 7 or 3. Those are your 3 options, right? You can either conflict 3, conflict 7, or play red, red, red in 4-7. And all 3 are viable. You'll see what I wind up going with as the thing goes on. It's just, this is where the sort of game is decided right here. So let's continue the recording. Oh man, I'm lagging. Hopefully I get back soon. Oh, it is. Wow, man, green games are nice. Like, the chat's so slow, I can just keep up. Easy. Yeah, we'll just yaw this. You're not gonna say that if... Yeah, so... I just have to claim that 3 plays the blue. There's no way... I mean, I would love it. Yeah. I'd rather conf 3 instead of... So this is the first sort of sign that things are about to go awry, because 7 plays choice on getting RBB, which isn't great under any circumstances, right? Especially for me in seat 4. Okay, it's really bad for the libs. If it comes down to whether or not you're going to SC 7. So like if 3 gets red, red, red here in 3-4, I'm nearly constantly going to be the SC, because 7 is only doing that, like giving choice on RBB there, if they have a fascist in C6 that they want to try and make a 5 blue deck for. That is such an easy situation for me in seat 4. If 3 gets red, 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 I can get SC. But the problem now for me in seat 4 is, if I conflict 3, then 7 will be confirmed lib giving choice. And then I have to contend with the fact that 3 is, as Chancellor, avoiding Hitler zone when he was given choice by a person that should have been conflicted. There's no doubt about that. Why wasn't 3, why didn't 3 just take the conflict in 7-3? Why did they then conflict 3-4? So... Getting chat back from Desi. I didn't really think... Desi is saying that... Well, I'll talk about that later. Actually, let me continue the video for now. Now I know I'm conflicting 3. 7 being conflict is going to be great. It'd be nice to... Maybe, well, I feel like playing the blue in 3-4 isn't any good, because I'm just going to conflict 7 and then make 3 lib. I can do it. I think I'm just going to conflict 3, honestly. I hate to say it, but generally speaking, when you see this person being yellow, this person being green, you just conflict the person that's stronger lib. I mean, I don't even care if I'm outed. Good luck. Hope he doesn't get RBB. I guess if he gets RBB, I can red it. Still 156. Now you got the blue. Whatever. Okay, so as you hear me, going through the lines, I actually very much decide early that I think I'm going to conflict 3. But, you always have to take all your options into account. And I definitely still think that it's the right decision to conflict 3 personally. When you see somebody in seat 7 giving choice like that as fascist, and you have a chance to make that person the confirmed liberal, yeah, you probably want to take that choice, because ultimately they're just going to be a weaker player. That's going to make them susceptible to being sheeped by you and the other fascists, and that will give you a better than 50% chance of winning the game as long as things go your way. And that's better. So ultimately, that's like on cards, I'm going to be outed fascist, and I think I will say that multiple times going forward in the video. There's just no logical reason for 3 to not conflict 7 and make 4 confirmed liberal. The same logic I gave, which is like, oh, you see a green and an orange, and you conflict the orange and you let the green throw. That's not 100% the reason why you would conflict 3, obviously. But 3, in that situation, is looking at 2 greens. He doesn't know I'm a purple secretly. So, I mean, there's an argument there. I can outchat 7. 7 looks terrible giving choice. I can say it's like 6, 7x, try to get 2 hailed. There's no problem, I think, with that. The only issue is, I think, if 3 picks 5, okay, so you have to think about the future, right? So 3 just got a blue. That's 1 blue out of the 3 that were in the deck, right? He's going to SC7, right, of course, because it's conflict. But if I go 4-7, if I get 3 reds, that means there will be 2 blue and 6 when 3 gets to pick. That means if 3 picks 5, they have a really good shot of getting the blue right there and just winning the game, because they only need 1 left. If they go 3-1, there's an off chance that 3 will get RBB, and 1 won't be able to conflict. So really, taking the 4-7 conf over the 3-4 conf is only there for if you think you can absolutely convince 3 to pick 2. And I'm not so sure that that's the case in this situation. Like, it's possible, but it's not something I would really want to bet on. So just play the red, take the fact that you'll be outed, and try to work with what you got, So anyway, let's continue the video. just kind of a minor point here. You see me like thinking about sending certain lines in. I see 5 chatting a lot after 3-4 conflicts. He's kind of horsing around, even though it's Hitler Zone now, and it's time for. So I think about shading 5 and trying to make 1 look good. The idea there being, of course, just trying to make libs look bad. That's typical fascist play. But ultimately, I decide not to send those lines because, one, I think I hopefully can get 5 on my side. I didn't realize 5 at this point already thinks I'm fascist. Which is correct, by the way, because I am fascist. But I also realized, like, me trying to shade 5 after 3 conflicts me like that is just going to help 7 pick a lib. If 7's paying attention, If 7's any good. They'll notice that, hey, 4 is shading 5. That's kind of an obvious play. Now, what can I get from that? Are they trying to help 1? Are they trying to make 5 look better by shading them, quote unquote? And maybe 5 is Hitler. In that situation, anything could be possible. But so I decided not to send those lines ultimately and try to shade 5 because ultimately I thought it would hurt the fascist cause. So let's continue the recording. Another really minor point, I wasn't really talking to 3 here. Obviously, I don't really care what 3 thinks as fascist, but literally he says this line, and then immediately I ask him if it's real, why didn't you comp 7? So, obviously, 3 should comp 7 if they're fascist. I'm just outed fascist, so if it's not obvious to you, I am clearly fascist and should be shot, actually. Just based on cards, honestly. And also chat, I would say. Desi's telling me I was outed on chat, which is fine. Well, actually, he was saying 3 outed lib on chat, which I don't know if that's really outing lib on chat, but given how things were, it's pretty obvious I'm fascist, and I don't really have anything against that read, so. Sad. There's no good chat here. I'm just outed fascist. Who cares? 7 should know that if they're good. Seven not forcing 3 actually helps libs, ironically. But yeah. Another minor point, I didn't really notice 1's chat because I wasn't paying much attention to my fellow fascist chat. I was looking to latch onto something 5 was saying so that I could shade him a little bit. That's the idea, at least. And I see him call 124, 146, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute. How are you calling 3 liberal? Da 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 da. You think I think you're fascist saying that. Like, don't do that. And then, of course, 1 is here, like, 4, 5, 2, 6, quite literally saying the exact same thing. I just, obviously I'm not going to shade my own fascist. That's kind of a thing, like, one of my sort of weaknesses, both as lib and fascist, actually, is that I tend to zone in on certain people and tunnel vision them, actually, a little bit, and not pay as much attention to the other people. Specific. Well, not really so much in conflicts, but like if somebody says something to me, especially that I find kind of fishy, I try to figure out if they're saying it as lib or fascist quite a lot. And that takes a lot of energy to do, and it also takes a lot of energy away from being able to really pay attention to the rest of the chat. So I mean, it is what it is. We'll continue the recording now. Hey, he's not going to talk to me. How does he know? Yeah, this I All right, so another minor point I just wanted to point out. I didn't know 5 was Desi. So I just thought that, it's a green game, maybe a green would 9 because their conflict is getting picked. So I'm going to point it out and be like, hey, I'm going to super shade 5 after 5 nines, right? Like, no, you can't 9 that. 7's confirmed lib, that sort of thing. That's what I was kind of building up to with this watch 5-9 at chat, which Desi is going to notice, and he'll call me out for it immediately. I actually didn't notice him say the 3 cannot be fascist 4 line earlier. You can go back in the video for that. Completely missed that. I'm like, come on, man. I mean, I know I'm seat 4, so I know he's fascist, quote unquote. Fascist, quote unquote. I'm like, air quotes. So of course I'm doing what I can to try and shade 5 anyway, despite the fact that I said earlier I didn't want to do it. Now I think I have the capability to do it, because before I couldn't, right? Because it's coming out of nowhere. Like, how am I shading 5 out of nowhere, right? But now 5 is like openly accusing me, so I can be like, hey, that's coming out of nowhere. How are you get off on calling 3 lib? But 3 is just lib, so who cares? Anyway, let's just continue. Another small point. You might be wondering about my chat here. Like, obviously, that's complete and utter BS. I think the shot would actually just be 4, honestly, if I'm in seat 7. But I'm 4, so of course I'm gonna say like whatever I can to try and not get shot, and also try to guide 7 into shooting somebody else once he gets red, red, red. Presumably he would get red, red, red in that situation, and that would be good for us because then we can just top the game out. They need 2 more blues to win, and it's not very likely that they will get either of them, or both of them specifically. I mean, so that's the idea there. I'm just building up onto trying to make sure 5 is shot, because I don't really think that 3 is a great person to advocate getting shot when I look so bad, and I should be the shot under any circumstances. So it's a mixed bag. I mean, because I'm the shot, right? I've done a good job defending 2, who is Hitler, from getting shot, which is great. So let's continue the recording. I love getting shaded by my own fascist. Oh, I didn't. Desi was a bit disingenuous with me. I did not notice him switch his claim. That's not a good thing to do, by the way, if you're liberal. You should stick to your reads, in my opinion. Even if you're wrong, like, it's not a big deal if you're wrong. I think I chatted my way back into 5's hard with what I was saying, because really, like, I haven't really been paying much. Even in the re-recording, I haven't been paying much attention to 3's chat. But literally, all 3 has been saying that I've noticed is, why didn't I conf in 7-3? Why didn't I conf in 7-3? Why didn't I conf in 7-3? That is not outing liberal chat. That is just calling yourself liberal and your conf fascist. And I am talking cross-conf, trying to get people to call me lib, trying to, you know, figure out the game, quote unquote. I'm like, you know, maybe 5 could even be liberal doing this, but now he's calling 136146. That I actually really like. So that means I know now that my chat is having an effect, a positive effect for the fascist team. And obviously my chat here, 5 called 1 CNH at 7, so it's on him if he threw. If 1 is Hitler in that situation and we're hailing, you obviously, I'm just trying to make 5 look bad and like the shot. I'm doing what I can. And I think it works, to be honest. So let's continue the recording. Five, 7, 9 himself. So this is strike number 2 for 7. This is where you start to really, really realize that 7 doesn't look so hot, and he's conf lib. And I start to be, you know, definitely think that my decision was correct. 7 nines himself, right? Every other person is yawing. They all think that, you know, 7 is going to yaw, that he's picked a CNH, and, you know, everybody seems to be on board with this. If 7 hailed, whatever. You don't 9. There's no... Okay, look. The problem with 9ing here is simple. It's a top deck to get back to 7, and your conf lib. We need your gov. We need 2 blues. We don't need 1 blue. We need 2. So you cannot take a top deck here. A top deck is almost, you know, like, there's exactly, like, 2 blue and 6, I think. No, there's... Shoot, how many blues are there, actually, now that I look at it? Well, it should be 1 and 6, I think. No, it's 2 and 6. Oh, what am I saying? It was 2 and 9. If you top deck a blue, then the top deck is great. If not, it's not so great. You're going to most likely hit that red, and then you need 2 more govs. So you're going to have to pick somebody who you think is lib, most likely in 4, 5, 6, because you need to top deck into X7. That's no good. So I apologize for not getting the count right. I see this 6, and I'm like, oh, that's how many cards are in the deck currently. But no, the 7 already drew his 3 cards by this point. So that's why my count was off. That's no good. Not when you have a conf lib game, and you can just go 7x, then 7x, and hopefully win the game. Or 7x, then top deck 7x again to hopefully win the game would be great. So let's continue the recording. All right, real quick, I'm here thinking we won. I think I'm on top of cloud 9. I'm like, yes, he got red, red, red. This is the best situation we could have hoped for. So now I'm just gonna be like, hey, can you shoot 3? Shoot 3, shoot 3, shoot 3, shoot 3. And if you don't shoot 3, please shoot 5. Those are the 2 shots I'm gonna advocate for sure. And I think the real reason I want to do this is because I want him to be thinking about the 3-4 conf and the 1-5 conf. Like 2-6 has Hitler. 5 is already clued in on it because they're a very strong liberal. I want 7 away from the 2-6 conf because they have a 50-50 shot of hitting Hitler and I lose immediately. So I want them to shoot 5 or 3. That would be the best. If he shoots me, that's fine. We're going to top deck back to, 7-1. Hopefully, something weird will happen. Of course, I'll be out of fascist at that point, so they can probably just go 7-3. But... it is what it is. They can go like 7-3, 3x, and hopefully win the game. It'd be 7-3, 3-1, and then on reds, you can play 5-7 in veto zone. That's the play, actually. So, obviously, 4 being shot really sucks for fascists. We'd probably lose that game. 1 getting shot also sucks for fascists, same reasoning. But 2 being fascist is an immediate loss. I definitely want to avoid that if I can, so obviously I'm going to try and go for 1 of 3-5. However,
Why would you? Oh.
All right, let's pause the recording again. So I'm a little bit annoyed at 1 for conflicting. So this is a little teaching moment for 1. There's no need to conflict in 7-1 the first time. Sure, it sucks, right, to play that 4th blue. And it really sucks if 7 then gets the final blue. Like, this is the worst deck state possible for a fascist. 3-4 got a blue, and 7-1 got a blue, and there's 1 blue left in 6. And after a top deck, that'll be 1 left in 5. But there's still 4 reds in there. We can definitely hope that 7 gets red, red, red. And the fact that 1 played a blue in 7-1 gives us a win con. You know, if we hit that red, red, red in 7-1, he'll likely shoot 5, because who wouldn't shoot 5 at that point? 4 played the 4th blue. They took a huge risk as fascists. And that sometimes those risks are the kind of things that you just have to take. Like, I took a risk going comping in 3-4. I could have played the blue and then comped in 4-7, and then we're in the same boat, right? Like, 3 would be conf lib, and we're just hoping that 3 doesn't get that final blue, and it'd be 1 blue and 6 instead of 1 blue and 5, so you could argue that maybe I should have, but either way, like, I don't really like conflicting in 7-1, because what's our win con now, right? 7 is going to, in any normal game, 7 is going to shoot 1 here. They're going to 9 to 5-7 in veto zone. They can play 1 blue, and then 7 has to just pick a C and H. Oh no, 7 has to pick another lib, I just realized, huh. So I guess we do have a win con. I hadn't considered that far ahead. We top deck to, so shoot 1, top deck 5-7 in veto zone. And then it's 9 to 7, 7x, and 7 has to pick a lib in 2, 3, 4, 6, with 5 calling 6 liberal. Gives us a win con. So you know what? I take it all back, actually. I think conflicting 7-1 is great now, considering that. I hadn't thought that far ahead, honestly, until right now, actually. And honestly, when you're in game, that kind of thing is very difficult to figure out immediately. So hats off to 1 for recognizing that, actually, because I definitely didn't at the time. So is it still better or worse? I don't know what to say personally, but I don't know. That what I just said in my head, unless I'm wrong somehow, it sounds way better than hoping 7 gets red, red, red again in 7-1. So let's continue. I hope it's fake conf. Well, this looks like a loss. I don't know why you would conflict. Why would you conflict? Why would you conflict a conf lib like that? That doesn't make any sense. Let him shoot somebody. Yeah, 5 will shoot me over too, by the way, which is good. Another minor mistake in my commentary. I say 5 will shoot me over 2 there, and obviously after the top deck it should be veto zone, and 5 doesn't have to shoot in 3-4 or 2-6. So 5 has a 3 free shot if it top decks blue. Otherwise, yeah, that's a bit of a mistake on my part. Obviously, I hadn't considered all the situations. I was mostly worried about what to do after 1 was shot. So it needs to be said, 7's chat about, 1 did this because we TD is probably red. I mean, that's pointless. Like, this line here, I want to pop 5 so bad. that's strike three and you're out. Like now you know. Unfortunately, seven just doesn't quite get the basic math of the situation. So now here's the part where I'm going to go into just this is fundamental secret Hitler. So you have 1-5 conflicting, right? That's one fascist in there. You have 2-6 or 6-2 conflicting on IMV. So that's two conflicts. So you know there's at least two fascists there. You know there's only one fascist maximum in 3-4-7. Well, then 3-4 conflicts, and now 7 is confirmed liberal. That's all three fascists accounted for. All three fascists are in these in the three comps 1-5, 2-6, and 3-4. Well, after 7-1 conflicts, we know 7 is confirmed liberal. And now, because it conflicts, and it is a real conflict, I did confirm later, later into this recording actually, 7 did get a blue, and 1 did play the red as fascist. 1 is confirmed fascist. Well, that means a couple things. There's still 1 fascist in 6-2 and 1 fascist in 3-4. And if 1 is confirmed fascist, that means 5 is confirmed liberal. There's no line where 5 is ever confirmed or ever fascist anymore, as long as 7 is conflib and 1 is confirmed fascist. Because the other two fascists are both in the other two conflicts, 3-4 and 2-6. So what you ought to do as liberal there, you have to shoot 1 or try to shoot Hitler. It is possible that you realize, oh, hey, top decking 5-7 veto zone sucks, especially if you get reds. Because then you have to play 7x in veto zone and you still need 2 more blues. That would be really poor luck for liberals in that situation. So you might think, oh, I need to shoot Hitler. I have 5 screaming at me, who is conflib, by the way, that 6 is Hitler, so I could shoot 6 here, if I think 6 is Hitler. But otherwise, you shoot 1, and then you 9 to 5-7 in veto zone and hope you get the blue, and then 7x, and you hope you find another liberal in either of 3-4 or 2-6. You take your chances there. And I don't think it would be that difficult. I think 7 can pick 3 here pretty easily as well. I think 5 will call 4 fascist. 5 will revert, I think. I doubt 5 is like thinking 6 is so Hitler that they're going to say go 7-2 that much. Might be possible. Maybe. But, that's all way in the future. Unfortunately, as you're going to see, I've kind of spoiled it a little bit. Alright, and there's the explosion. So, 7 shoots a confirmed liberal, and I, as fascist, am absolutely flabbergasted. I was putting a lot of effort into calling 5 confirmed liberal. I think 7 thought I was fascist, actually, and that 5 was my Hitler or something. And maybe that's why he shoots 5. Or maybe he just had a bad read on 5, I don't know. But he clearly forgot there were 2 other conflicts and that 5 is confirmed liberal. And that's just a question of fundamentals. I don't think it was intentional at all. There's nothing to suggest this was an intentional game throw. However, it is a game thrown by a liberal. A winnable game, too, which is unfortunate. So, by the way, just to go into it, the reason I'm putting this effort in is because, Desi told me that he called me fascist because 3 outed Liv on chat. 3's chat here. So yeah, I told you 3 is fascist. I guarantee you 4 is fascist. That's horrible chat. I am doing my best to make sure 5 does not get shot now that I know he's lib, as a liberal, quote unquote. And hopefully that chat will get me in with the liberals. That's what I'm looking to do. You can do that regardless of whatever your plan is for the future, because as long as you're getting in with the liberals and there's a play, there will eventually be a play. Maybe I could advocate for 4-5 instead of 5-7 so we can take another shot once 5 is conf lib. I can't do anything worse than shooting my own conflict and still, or either I out fascist in which case you have 2 confirmed libs, or I shoot my conflict and we still have 2 confirmed libs. So there's nothing, you know, there's nothing there, unfortunately. I really need to get in veto zone. So I would actually personally 9 to 5-7 in veto zone. And that's the correct play if I'm fascist. Even if they get the blue, I can hopefully go 7-4. And I could be like, yo, 5, I got him to not shoot you, you know? Like, what did 3 do? 3 did nothing. 3 has said nothing, etc., etc. I can shade the heck out of 3. No issue. So that's it. But, like, you see this happen in a game, and this is when I realized, there's no way I can upload this video to YouTube the way it is. This was a 14-minute recording. I've been going for 40 minutes talking about this game. I apologize for the bloated length. But somewhere in between here and the final 2 minutes, I just like, you know what, no, I don't want to upload this video, at least not, even if we complete it, I don't want to upload it to YouTube in that form. So that's what I do. So with that, I'll just let the recording play out from here on out, and at the end of it, I will bid you adieu. I guess I made the right call. Why are you outing? Yeah, so I can't resist. Just coming in and chiming in here. I didn't realize at the time of this recording that top deck is confirmed fascist win. There's only 1 blue left in 6, so of course liberals can't they can't reshuffle the deck. So no matter what happens, we will win on top deck. So that's why I was kind of asking why Alex Corpus is outing. Like, he doesn't need to, but it doesn't actually matter. It would be nice, of course, just to finish the game a little faster, but who cares? So, anyway, with that, I swear that's my final bit of commentary. Unless something else comes up that I forgot about, but I kind of doubt it, so. Man, I